Loose packs. Yes, no, maybe so? That's going to be the topic of discussion for today. We're going to be talking about loose packs. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you buy them? Do you steer clear of them? I needed to replenish my stock, and I purchased a whole bunch of loose packs right here. So if you're just interested in listening to what I have to say about loose packs, if they're good to buy or not, and what to look out for if you are going to buy them, just skip to the end of this video. That's where all the useful information is going to be. But for now, I'm going to flip this around, and we're going to unpack this, and we're going to see exactly how many packs I got a deal on and what I paid for them. So give me 1 second. I'm going to flip this around. All right, we are all flipped around here. All right, I'm going to try and do this one-handed because I did not get this put into a tripod before I started here. So, oh, look at me go. Strong with one hand. All right, so bubble wrap. All right, and in here, now, to spoil the surprise, there is 172 packs in here. There should be Crown Zenith. Whoops, I'm sorry for the terrible camera here. There should be Crown Zenith, there should be Scarlet Violet Base, and then there should be some Paldea, but that's Scarlet Violet Base. Here's the Paldea. And then there should also be some Silver Tempest in here somewhere. There's a couple right there. So just those four. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to get these all unpacked and put onto the mats, and I'll also get the camera on my face, and let's talk about it. Give me 1 second. All right, I got everything all unloaded here. As you can see, all the packs sorted. First question I guess I should answer is how much did I pay for 172 packs? And I paid $300 after tax and everything else. It came out to about $323, right around there. So if you break it all down per pack, it comes out to around $1.85. I think it's like $1.86, but we'll round down. $1.85 per pack, which is really where you want to be if you're opening packs online like myself, or if you're going to sell them. And that kind of leads into my next question. Why do I buy these? If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Joe. I run a Pokemon business, and I just recently started streaming here online. So I actually buy these packs because I'm able to resell them, or I'm able to open them here with you guys. Now, I obviously don't make a super ton of money whenever I open them here. It's kind of just fun. But I am able to minimize my total overhead costs whenever I buy them cheap like this from people that contact me. Now, I also wanted to answer a question that I seem to get asked all the time. How do people get these packs that you see in front of me? How do they get loose packs like that? Now, the straight answer is, and I actually have videos on this channel showing me breaking down 17 Charizard Celebration boxes. People break down product. These could have been broken down from any number of boxes. I do know that the Annihilate box has SV Base and Paldea Evolved in it, so it could have came from there. Who knows? I do know there's a lot of people that are getting really good deals on the Marnie Marpeco V-Union boxes, and they're all Crown Zenith, so who knows, maybe some people are getting some really good deals and breaking that product open. So there's a lot of ways that people can be getting product, not to mention, obviously, gift cards, anything like that. People do stuff like that all the time with Amazon and eBay and different ways to bring their costs down, but that's another topic for other videos. So let's see here. What's the next thing? So before I really get into going over what to look for, I would like to ask you guys to put down in the comments if you buy loose packs. I get a lot of notifications from different shops and stores that they're having a flash sale on different packs, and they're always loose. Just like I said, let me know. I'm very curious. I sell a lot of loose packs as somebody who sells Pokemon stuff. Nobody seems to really matter on my end as much as people seem to talk about it online. So moving on from my personal opinion, we can get into what to look for if you're going to purchase packs that are loose. So first thing overall is you want to know who you're purchasing them from. If you're purchasing them from somebody on eBay and they literally just signed up for an account less than a month ago or a week ago and they have no feedback and it's the only item that they're selling, that might be some red flags. So always double check your feedback, double check the website. If there's any time you can verify with anybody, like a third-party website, to see if there's any reviews left about the person. I do know there are some Discords and there's some Facebook pages where you can put in scammers' names and your evidence to show. So if somebody was to search their name, it will come up. That's, once again, another topic for another video, but there are things you can do to kind of pad yourself. You can use PayPal goods and services. They're pretty decent about getting you your money back. I wish they were a little bit quicker sometimes, because if you sell enough Pokemon product in this industry and you buy off of Facebook Marketplace and you buy off of Craigslist and different places, you're bound to get taken advantage of eventually. It's just a matter of if you did enough to make sure you can get your money back and protect yourself. So always try to go through PayPal goods and services, just things like that. So getting into what to look for as far as these packs, it's getting harder and harder to tell. The main thing, one of the main things, obviously, you want to look for is if you open the packs and there's different cards in there than what the pack says. Like if you open Silver Tempest and you have Crown Zenith cards in there, it's obviously a reseal. You want to look at the crimp. I don't know, I need to get a better camera, and I apologize. You can see how bold this crimp is. I don't know what other word to use, how really deep it is. That, you can see it there, you go, a little bit better. You can really feel it. There you go. That tells me that this was probably factory sealed. If you look here on the back and you fold these flaps up, you see how they're down over here and they're down over here. That is a really good indicator that this was factory sealed. Now, these aren't guarantees, but if you add up a couple of the things that I'm about to talk about, they start to put up red flags. If you have 2, 3, 4 of the things I'm about to talk about that are wrong, then there's a good chance you have a resealed pack. Look for the crimps. That's number one. A lot of times whenever people do reseal these packs, I don't know if it's so popular anymore, but at least a few years ago, using a hair straightener to run across here was really, really popular, and it definitely takes away from how bold the crimp is. And usually, almost always, this won't be intact back here. Now, I do get packs all the time that don't have these connected back here, and that does not necessarily mean that this is a resealed pack. That's just one example. Now, let me see if I can't find one that has it. Okay, so like this one is ripped here a little bit. I just pulled it open. A lot of times whenever packs are resealed, they will very carefully just take them from the top and pull them out. Now, whenever they do that, a lot of times it will rip right down the seam here, this seam in here. So if you look really, really carefully, you can almost feel with your finger how they would glue it if they messed up a little bit. So always check the seams going down underneath, and there's usually some really good indicators if it's a resealed pack. You can also check in here. I always like to check in here on a lot of these packs. Because the glue will not be put on evenly all the way across. So you'll actually see it glued inconsistently all the way across. This looks really, really good. There's no glue. I know it's shining. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to do this as best as I can. But there's no glue outside of the seam. So that tells me this was probably applied by a machine. So that's really, really good stuff. One of the things that people point out all the time and ask if it's cut like this, I don't know if you can see it on this camera, this is not cut straight. Yeah, you can see it. This is not cut straight. It's cut at kind of a slant upwards. That doesn't mean that it's been a reseal pack or anything like that either. Pokemon produces millions, billions of cards per year, and so many packs your head will spin. So it's bound that some of them, if not a lot of them, are going to get miscut. It happens all the time. We see it in the cards. Even the different shading will be off. Another thing I like to look for, and this is one that you should really understand what I'm saying. When they reseal them, if they're completely resealing them all the way down the seam here, like this seam here all the way down, then they won't seal it completely the way it's supposed to be, and it'll be real loose. So this pack is very tight, as you can see. There's almost no wiggle room. There's a little bit. This pack is a little more looser, but not loose enough to raise suspicion. I have had some packs before that were super loose, but nothing. I have not at this point in my career ever purchased reseal packs, but a friend of mine who actually got me into this hobby years ago, story time, I'm sorry, he purchased an entire booster box of resealed packs, and it was very obvious. Hair straightener right across the top and some of them on the bottom. There was a few of them that down here in the seam, like I said, you could see that the plastic was split down to about here, that they messed up when they opened the pack. So we will open up one of these SV base packs, and I'll show you some of the other ways that you can look and see. Maybe we'll get lucky and get something good. Here's a code card. This wasn't supposed to be a pack opening video, but let's see here. Okay. You guys watching my daily pack openings? A lot of people seem to really like those pack openings, which makes me really happy. That's why I do them. So one of the age-old things that you can do, you can always do the rip test, and you can see the black line running down through. Now, I understand if the cards they resealed the pack with are real cards, this isn't going to catch it, but at least you know that they are real. And then, like I said, you can go on to double check to make sure that the cards are the way that they're supposed to be. Now, SV base always has the 198 at the end, so you can double check and make sure all these cards say 198, which they do. The person that I purchased these cards off of is a very trusted person. I bought a lot of stuff off of him before, so I think that's about it. I think that's about all I can really talk about in this video. If I missed anything, let me know down below. Always do your research, though. Personally, I'm a big fan of loose packs. Like I said, they help me as a business owner and as somebody who now opens online. It's definitely an awesome way to do it. So I think that's going to be about it. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe.